Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Monday the 16th of August. Now into today's session, the new trading week has started on the back foot with risk sentiment just slightly weakening once more. We saw on Friday the Michigan sentiment data really did disappoint to the downside, but we've seen a follow-up with that on the Chinese data, economic data overnight from China, suggesting the industrial production, retail sales, all disappointing, and that has hit sentiment early on Monday. Seems as though there's a bit of a safe haven bid going on. The risk appetite seems to be pushing a bit lower. We've got the dollar just taking on a little bit of strength, and that is affecting through the forex majors. And also equity markets just pulling back from recent breakouts on the major markets. So how the euro and the yen are responding will be interesting because they've been under pressure. The safe havens were under pressure from a strengthening dollar recently, but that dollar pulled back on Friday, and euro and yen just picked up slightly on the back of that. But how long those moves continue will be interesting this week. We've got retail sales on Tuesday for the US, which could change the vibe once more there. So today we haven't really got a great deal of economic data to really affect markets. We've got the Empire State Manufacturing, New York Fed Manufacturing Index, which has a bit of a gauge, but I think markets will be focused on that retail sales data. So the charts we're looking out for today is the reaction on euro was strong to the upside on Friday, but how does that affect the technicals? We'll look at that in the chart analysis, but also looking at how silver has just failed to really gain from the gold rebound, and the technical implications of how silver is moving. And also this breakout to new all-time highs on S&P 500. Is this the time to buy still? Let's have a look at the charts. And onto the INFINOX MT5 platform now. And you can see with Eurodollar, we had this strong bull candle on Friday where Eurodollar rallied as the dollar weakened on the back of that Michigan sentiment data. But I've now drawn in this downtrend. It's really a good gauge, I think, to show that euro is still in the decline against the dollar. And essentially with the momentum indicator, the RSI, Relative Strength Index, still under 50, just unwinding back towards that 50 mark, you can still suggest that this is still in a negative phase, but just a kickback against that negative phase. And I think that ultimately this is probably moving into sell zone territory once again. We've got the resistance overhead, which starts to come in around that 18 big figure area up towards 1850, which is essentially where that downtrend kicks in. So essentially I'd be looking out for the next selling opportunity here. And I think this is a rebound which will start to peter out, roll over once more, and likely to test that 117 big figure once more. And the silver chart, again, I've drawn in this downtrend. It's not a perfect downtrend. We had the spike higher that we saw back in a couple of weeks ago, which you could say that is part of the downtrend, but at the moment I'm gauging it a little bit lower on that, and it just suggests that we are still flanked by this falling 21-day moving average, which essentially suggests that there is still room for a rebound in this move. But gold is the equivalent gold chart is much more progressed in a recovery or near-term rebound phase. But silver's not really got going yet, and silver was only really supported on Friday by that decisively dollar negative move that we saw on the back of the Michigan sentiment data. But you look at this momentum; it's just on any sort of an unwind really within a negative phase, and I think it's just a sense of timing the next selling opportunity, and there is still room for a rebound. You can see on the 4-hour chart and the daily chart, but essentially I'd still be looking for the next selling opportunity. I think that it's suggesting that silver is still under pressure. And the S&P 500 futures chart, well, we've got volatility which is still falling away to record lows, certainly in the post-pandemic era. And it's just still drifting higher. And the concern I have is that we get these drifts higher that have these sharp corrective downside moves. And you can see that actually happens time and time again, where you get these drifting to breakout levels and then a sharp move lower, drifting to breakout, sharp move lower. And it all comes back to this downtrend really. And the first real basis of support is the last breakout, which becomes old resistance becomes new support, and you look at that and you think 43.50 up towards 43.90 is is old breakout territory. So you could see an unwind back towards that at some stage, but just for now, this just still drifting higher. But that is the risk with the RSI, again, back towards the high 60s. It doesn't tend to get too much above 70 before we see the sharp move lower. So that is the risk for the SP 500 futures. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Wednesday, where we'll be looking at the fallout from the US retail sales data and looking ahead to the rest of the trading week. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.